In today's video, I'm going to show you how to track and analyze your email performance using MailerLite's detailed analytics and reports. Whether you're opening the app for the first time or looking to refine your strategy, understanding these metrics is absolutely essential for growing your list and improving your campaigns. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. Let's begin with the core analytics that live right on your main dashboard. When you log into MailerLite, the first thing you'll want to look at is your campaign overview, which gives you a quick snapshot of your email's performance. You'll see the total number of emails sent, your open rate, your click-through rate, and the click-to-open rate, often abbreviated as CTOR. Now, a lot of people overlook CTOR, but it's actually one of the most telling metrics, because it shows you how many of the people who opened your email actually clicked on a link. This helps you understand if your content inside the email is compelling, not just your subject line. A low open rate often points to a subject line issue, while a low CTOR suggests your email body or offer needs work. Make it a habit to check all four of these numbers together, because they tell a complete story about your campaign's health. Next, let's move to the visual side of things with click maps. After you send a campaign, open the report and you'll find a click map option. This is one of my favorite features because it gives you a literal heat map overlay on top of your email design. You'll be able to see exactly which images, buttons, or text links your subscribers are clicking most. This is incredibly useful for A/B testing different layouts or calls to action. For example, if you have a button that says Learn More and a text link that says Get Started, the click map will show you which one people gravitate toward. A common pitfall here is assuming that the biggest image or the top link gets the most attention. Use the click map to validate or challenge your assumptions, and then design future emails based on real data, not guesswork. Now let's talk about subscriber activity. In the same report area, you can drill down to see individual subscriber behavior. This means you can identify exactly who opened your email and who clicked on specific links. Why does this matter? Well, if you're running a sales sequence or a lead nurturing campaign, knowing which subscribers are highly engaged allows you to segment them into a hot leads group for more targeted follow-ups. Conversely, you can also view bounce rates, unsubscribe numbers, and spam complaints right here. A high bounce rate means you need to clean your list, and spam complaints are a red flag that your content or sending frequency might be off. Keep an eye on these less exciting metrics because they directly affect your sender reputation and deliverability. Let's zoom out a little and look at the location and environment data. MailerLite gives you a geographic breakdown of where your opens and clicks are coming from. This is valuable if you're targeting specific regions or running local events. You might discover an unexpected audience in a country you never considered. Additionally, you can see which email clients your subscribers are using, like Apple Mail, Gmail, Outlook, or Yahoo. This is more than just trivia. If you notice a huge chunk of your audience is using Apple Mail, you can be confident that your design will render well on that platform. But if a significant portion is using Outlook, you might need to test your formatting more carefully since Outlook is notorious for breaking layouts and ignoring certain CSS styles. Use this data to prioritize your design testing efforts. Finally, let's cover automation reports, which is a feature that trips up a lot of users. If you have any drip sequences, welcome emails, or automated follow-ups, don't rely on the standard campaign dashboard to track them. Instead, head over to the Automations tab. Inside your automation workflow, you can view the performance of each individual email within the sequence. This is a game changer, because a welcome email might have a high open rate, but the third email in the sequence might have a drop-off. Without this granular view, you'd never know where subscribers are losing interest. I recommend checking automation reports at least once a month. If you see a specific email underperforming, try rewriting that message or adjusting the timing between sends. Small tweaks here can dramatically improve your overall conversion rates from your automated funnels. So to recap, you've now learned how to navigate MailerLite's core analytics, click maps, subscriber activity, location and environment data, and automation reports. By combining all these pieces, you can make informed decisions that actually grow your email list and increase your revenue. As a next step, I encourage you to pull up your last campaign or automation and walk through each of these sections yourself. Bookmark this video, or save it to a playlist so you can revisit these steps whenever you're setting up a new report. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next one.